So when I heard for the first time in my life what the resurrection really means and like what God plans to do, it was mind blowing to me, and
Mhm.
it was literally perspective and like life shattering. It fundamentally turned me 180 degrees of what I thought. Because for me, it was always about just get them to church, make the commitment, and if they make the commitment, when all this stuff goes down, we're good. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of people live there, and
Mhm.
I think it's really easy to live there. To not get political, but I think news outlets want you to live there,
Mhm.
because they want you to be scared. So you read the news, so you know what's going on, so you have a sense of control. Um, and I say that playfully and also passive aggressively, but I mean it in a broader theological sense. That that entire theology is built on the hope that you will make the decision and God is going to bail you out.
Mhm.
So the real problem with that is this: why? Like, and that seems like it's such a simple question, but like, what's the point, Ben? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point, man? Like,
Yeah.
why would we have to suffer like this? Like, why do we have to go through all this stuff if
Mhm.
like it's all just going to be like you got mad? Like, speaking of the '90s, I'm just going to go full '90s reference right now, right? When Super Smash Bros. Came out, it was like the greatest game on the
Yes.
64. If you're a Gen Z or listening to this, I'm so sorry. You have to listen to some millennial BS here, and that's what this is. Like total millennial nostalgia, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But when my brother and I would play, and he would win because he always used Ness, and Ness was broken, and it was so frustrating. One of us, if like one of us was losing, we would like because we had the 64 like on the ground or near the ground. We'd take our foot and we would put our toe on the reset button. So all the winning didn't count. And it was like the greatest way to just kind of like walk away clean. But like, and that's a stupid illustration and it's a really funny story.
Mhm.
But like, do you know how frustrating it is to get 4 kills and then finally knock somebody off the ring and then only to see the screen go blank?
Yeah.
Right.
It's not a good
And it's
feeling.
just no, it's not a good feeling. And this is a stupid story. But if God had a purpose to the universe, what sense does it make that this person would design things with such passion and intent and detail only to hit the reset button when he's at 4 kills and not win? You know what I mean? Like what you know what I mean? Like what power does that really illustrate of who he is, right? How does that illustrate his character and his purpose? It's like, hey, I'm glad you guys went through that and hung steadfast. Thanks for playing. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
almost patronizing, and I think it's a really disrespectful view of God. I'm just going to say that I think it's a really disrespectful view of God the Father, and it's
Mhm.
really demeaning to what Jesus did.